You are now unmuted.
Hello students, today I am going to teach about the topic density function. So yeah, already we have finished about the concept of distribution function. Now I am going to the concept of density function. Density function in case of probability, it is nothing but yeah, density density function. Density function is nothing but it is the derivative of the distribution function. Already we have seen what is this distribution function. Fx of x. Distribution function is represented by fx of x. And density function is represented like this. Fx of x. Right? And distribution function is nothing but how the complete uh, random variable is distributed over the real axis, that is given by the distribution function. So it's given by probability of x less than or equal to a real number x. So now when we take the derivative or the differentiation of the distribution function, we will be getting the density function. So just I'll define my density function here. Fx of x will be given by differentiation d by dx of fx of x. So in this way I'll be getting the um, density function. Just I'll be taking the derivative of the distribution function to get the density function. So it's called as PDF, probability density function. PDF, probability density function. Right? So yeah, now uh, we can for any function if we take, we should know what is its distribution function and what is its density function. We have to calculate the density function to know how much it is present, like what is the existence of that function, uh, like how far it is present in the axis, like in the how far it is present or hmm, yeah, so how much it is present. To know that we have to understand this, like we have to know the density function of any function whichever we are taking. So as the complete process is a random process, we cannot determine like we cannot determine just by taking any function. We cannot determine the distribution function of that and the density function of that. That's why we will be converting, like we'll be equating it to the standard functions like Gaussian function, Rayleigh function. In this way we have to know the distribution function and the density function of all the standard functions. Right, now we will see the properties of this density function. So it's called as probability density function, PDF. So first property, I'll be writing the first property. Always it will be the density function. As I have told already, the density function is a function which has some existence. That is the reason it should be always greater than or equal to 0. It has some existence. That is the reason I can say that, yeah, That is the reason I can say that it has some existence. Fx of x will be always greater than 0. That is, whenever I take derivative probability, like probability distribution functions derivative, if we take, just I will be getting always differentiation. If I am taking differentiation of a small, like I am differentiating, then I am getting, I will be getting always the density function greater than or equal to 0. That is, it is having some existence. That is the meaning of this property. And yeah, second property is nothing but, always we know that, just I'll write the property and I'll be explaining that, minus infinity to infinity. If I take the complete sum of all, like complete sum of complete density function, okay, integration means complete total sum I am taking. So total integration if I am taking, just I am going to get 1, right? See, because we know that, see, from the basic, uh, whenever total probability I'm calculating, okay, whenever the total probability of the complete sample space I'm calculating, right, I'll be getting what? 1. Okay, so total probability is always equal to 1. In the same manner, whenever I am calculating the density function from minus infinity to infinity, complete density function value integration, I'll be getting total is equal to 1. So next property, uh, if I want to define any distribution function, fx of x, if I want to define any distribution function, it is nothing but always up to the point this x, that is, it is distributed up to the point this real number x. So I'll be writing, always it will be extending from minus infinity to plus infinity, but here I have got some point, so x, so I'll be writing it as x, and this I'll be taking it as fx of some real number zeta. I'm defining it as some real number zeta into d zeta, right? So in this way I'll be defining any distribution function, right? This is the way I'll be defining the distribution function of uh, given the density function. I'll be defining the distribution function. So fourth property, yeah, yeah. If I want to find out the probability, okay, two intervals are given. I want to find out the probability of x1 less than a random variable less than or equal to x2. So two different intervals are given and I want to find out the total probability. So how will I find out? Just see, distribution, it is nothing but distribution function. Always distribution function will be equal to integration of the density function, right? It's like reverse. Density function is equal to derivative of the distribution function. So distribution function is equal to integration of the density function. So how I'll be writing? X1 to x2. So this interval is given. That's the reason I'm writing x1 to x2. And density function. Just I'll be writing the density function. So in this way, we will be defining the properties, right? So yeah, in the first property, just I'm saying that always my density function will be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, because it has some existence for all the values of the real number. Whenever I'm taking the derivative of the distribution function, I'll be getting always greater than or equal to 0 only. The number, some existence, I'll be getting some existence. There will be, like, density function cannot be a negative value because density is equal to, like, in the physics terms also, density is nothing but mass, some mass by volume, right? So mass is existing, that's why it cannot be a negative number. And also, whenever I'm calculating the total density function, or the even if we take the total probability or the total density function, that is sum of integrating minus infinity to infinity of complete density function, I'll be getting is equal to 1. And fx of x, that is distribution function. If I want to define a distribution function, always distribution function will be the integration of the density function. So distribution function is equal to up to a number, real number they have given in the like a distribution function. So up to that real number only I'll be integrating. So minus infinity to x, fx of zeta into d zeta. So this way we have defined the three properties. And fourth property, if I want to find out the probability, this is nothing but distribution x1 to x2. So distribution, the total probability, if I want to find out, it is nothing but distribution function is equal to integration of a density function. So density function, what is the interval that is given? In that interval only I'll be integrating x1 to x2 fx of x into dx. So in this way I have defined the four properties. Yes. Now I just want you to revise the things and answer some of the questions and think about the what is density function. Okay, all those things. So just I want you all to do the like whatever I have taught till now. Just try to integrate all the things whichever just now I have taught. Okay, so how you will be integrating, like, yeah, think, just define what is density function. Yes, already I have discussed. Just define what is density function, and also think what will be the total probability value. Total just think what will be the total probability value. And yes, if okay, I will give one statement, you should find out what will be the next thing. Okay, so just I'm giving one of the statement. Fx of x is equal to d by dx of fx of x. Okay, this is the statement I'm giving you. Now you should find out what is fx of x. What is distribution function if already density function is given to you. Okay, these are the things you should find out. And one more small question here. Okay, just think all these questions also. One more small question I'll give you. Probability of 2 less than x less than or equal to 5. What will be this? Question mark. So just think of these questions and write the answers. Think and keep the answers Hope you all have thought the answers. As already I have told, density function is nothing but it is the derivative of the distribution function, right? And always the total probability whenever we are calculating, it will be just equal to 1. And as I have given this, density function is equal to derivative of the distribution function. So distribution function will be just the integration like this. Okay, it will be integration of minus infinity to infinity or up to the point x and fx of zeta into d zeta, and this answer also you might have already answered. So probability of 2 less than x less than or equal to 5 will be what? Will be, here I am writing, just equal to integration of 2 to 5, because they have given the interval, that's why I am writing it as 2 to 5. Yeah, whatever function they have given, that you can write here, fx of x into dx. Okay, in this way you will be defining the things. Now, using the concept of density function, and already as we know the distribution function, I will take up a small problem which we will be solving now. Okay. So, just I'm writing the problem here. A continuous random variable x, okay, has a probability density function. In short, I am writing it as PDF. So function is given, f of x is equal to probability density function they have given, that is 3x square. And the interval of the real numbers also they have given, 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. Up to 0 to 1 only it will be existing. And they have asked us find A and B. Okay, we should find out A and B such that first question they have given probability of x less than or equal to A is equal to probability of x greater than A. How can I solve this problem? See, I'll be taking always it will be, they have given in the question only the real axis is existing between 0 to 1. So what I'll do, I'll be taking 0, 1. Up to 0 to 1 only it will be existing. It is given in the question. And somewhere, see, somewhere I'll take some point A. Now, x probability of x less than or equal to A. Less than or equal to A means I'll be getting this side. Greater than A means I'll be getting this side. And what they have given in the question, both are equal. So, as I have already told you and you people know that total probability, okay, always it will be equal to 1. So, this part I'll keep it as half. This also I'll be keeping it as half. This probability, that is x less than or equal to A, is also half, and the probability of x greater than A is also equal to half. Both the points I'm taking it as half because total is 1. So using that concept I'll be solving it now. Yeah, probability of x less than or equal to A. will be equal to 1 by 2. We have got this. And how you will write this? This is nothing but distribution function. Distribution function less than. So 0 to a. I'll be writing it as 0 to a. And density function fx of x dx will be equal to 1 by 2. And yeah, 0 to a. What is given in this fx of x? 3x square. So I'll be writing it as 3x. Just we should integrate and find out the value of a. So what it will be? 3x cube divided by 3, 0 to a is equal to 1 by 2. So it will be what? A cube is equal to 1 by 2. What was the question? To find out the value of a. So a is equal to cubed root of 1 by 2. In this way, we will be finding out using the concept of density function and the properties. So similar kind of problems we can solve in the upcoming videos. Thank you. Thank you everyone.
Be started. Now whatever I am speaking, that will be recorded. And here any better.
In this figure, the divergence of the we are taking only a two-dimensional, okay? But as well, we have seen that we have taken a three-dimensional problem where x value, y value, and z value are given. Okay. So that is a three-dimensional, but here in this system, we can able to see that it is a two-dimensional where this, the top plus 4 part of the minus 4 parts of it is it is the location of that particular point. Okay. So at this particular point, where it is showing the group of vectors. So at that particular point, so
you are now muted.
A two-dimensional point. Okay. So yes, we have made the divergence for the two-dimensional point. This is a curve because there are two concepts, which is a divergence and curve. Okay. So curve that we will be discussing later. Till now we have covered the divergence.